The MC4C programme is an enterprise support programme for young people that are wishing to explore the opportunity of self-employment as a career option. Most of the young people that come to us on the Making Changes for Careers programme come to us from a variety of referral agents, including the Youth Employment Initiative Key Worker System, Job Centre Plus, other training providers within the city that maybe identify that this could be a career route for young people. We've also done a lot of recruitment work ourselves, going out into the community, hostels, children's centres, community centres, community hubs, and really sort of like getting out there and doing the legwork ourselves really.
And one thing they have in common, almost all of them, is that none of them have ever thought independently of running their own business, have they? They've thought about employment or maybe going into education again.
Yeah, the thing with different career choices with the young people that we work with is that quite often apprenticeships, traineeships, work is discussed with young people nowadays. However, very few people actually touch upon the subject of self-employment as an option. It's kind of easier in a sense for them to go through qualifications and straight into either further education or employment. And this really gives them a little bit more freedom to explore things that they're actually really passionate about, things that they might have done as hobbies or just on the side that they might never have thought of. For example, young mums who are making clothes for their little baby girls, and actually, well, if I can make it for one, maybe I can do it for another. Somebody that goes out on the weekend and takes fantastic photographs of local scenery or events that they go to, actually that could be a career for them. And for a lot of them, they've been struggling to find work for such a long time that sometimes this is kind of like clutching at straws, their last chance option. And people often think it's scary and complicated, and what we really try to do is break it down so the process of them exploring the idea of self-employment and taking that leap is a little bit less daunting and a little bit more simple.
And we aren't just telling them, aren't we? We've been there. Most people working here as staff have run their own businesses.
Yeah, the beauty of the team here that we've got at the Making Changes for Careers project is that we have all, in some way, shape or form, ran businesses or are running businesses ourselves. So, you know, myself, I've got a cake business. Our advisor, Gemma, has run kids clubs in schools. Graham has had his own events company, and Haggai has his own clothing line. So we're really able to give them a real life feel from our own experiences as to what the advantages and pitfalls of being in business can really be. And it goes to show that they don't have to be the next Alan Sugar or the next Richard Branson, and they can actually do work and have a little business on the side as well at the same time. It's not all or nothing in a sense.
So what are they expected to do when we sign them up? What lies ahead of them? What they do while they're with us?
So when the young people come onto the Making Changes for Careers project, we have almost like a mix and match approach to what they can do whilst they're with us. So they can engage in enterprise skills training, which is what I would call maybe the softer skills set. Your things like sort of team working, organising and planning, things that everybody around the world says these are the things that you need to be really successful in business or going into the world of work. And anybody can access those enterprise skills training sessions. They're really interactive, they're really fun. We don't treat them like they're in a classroom at school. There's no lengthy, boring PowerPoints and reams of worksheets. We really encourage them to sort of get talking and build up a network amongst themselves as young business people. All the time whilst they're doing that, they also have access to a one-to-one business advisor. And that's when we really start to explore the opportunity of self-employment. So the role of the business advisor is to help support, advise and guide the young people in writing a business plan and really thinking through their idea, doing the right research, making sure that what they want to do is viable for them. As part of that process as well, the young people have the opportunity to apply for various grants to help them on the way, because finance is a big barrier for a lot of the young people that we work with. That every young person that comes onto our programme has the opportunity to apply for a market test grant. And this is to pay for essential things to help them get set up. Things like their business insurance, promotional material, initial equipment. We also work really, really closely with a accountancy company in the city called Golding's Computer Services, and they deliver a level 1 in computerised bookkeeping and accounts for us. Again, that's something that for those young people that are serious about setting up in business, they can enrol on that and do the qualification to help them set them on the right path and know what they're doing financially as well. So we really are a hand-holding process from the very first point of, I've got an idea, I want to be my own boss, to, you know, okay, let's think your idea through and let's get you to that point where you're ready to launch, and we will advise, guide, support and help them along every stage of the way, right through to registering and beyond.
But this is completely practical. This isn't the world of academia or anything, is it?
No, everything that we do here at the Making Changes for Careers is focused on the young people and making things happen for them. It's not about sitting in a classroom and being told, this is what should go in a business plan, this is how you write it. This is very much of, okay, we're sitting down and we're doing this. It's not about, well, you could have a market stall or you could contact these businesses. It's about sitting down with them and picking up the phone and making those business contacts in the real world for them.
Having said that, of course, they've got to meet us at least halfway. They've got to do quite a bit of the work themselves.
Absolutely. Self-employment is not for the faint-hearted, and we try to give them that real life feel to it. So as much as we can advise, guide and support these young people, they have to be willing to put the work in themselves, because we can't be holding their hand to every business meeting that they go to. We can't be proofreading every email that they send. So they really have to be willing to take our advice and support and kind of run with it in a sense. And we'll do everything that we can to support them once they're doing that.
What do you like about your job?
I think the most enjoyable thing about the job for me is that no 2 days are ever the same. Every young person that comes through our door has their own story, their own passion and their own inspiration and their own reasons as to why they want to consider self-employment. And for me, I've learned so much coming into this job. I know my job and I know the jobs that I've done in the past, and I can speak from my experience of setting up my own business. But actually, setting up a cupcake or cake business is very different to sitting down with a young man that wants to sell exotic pets, because I know nothing about that industry. So I'm learning something every day in order to be able to advise and guide these young people as well. And just to see how far they come, a lot of them when they come to us are quite demotivated. They've been looking for work for quite a long time. And as I said before, this is kind of like a last chance saloon for them to make something happen. And quite often when you've been through that sort of dredge of applying and not getting anywhere, if nobody wants to employ you, why would people buy from you? Why would people invest in you? And to see them almost turn that around and be motivated and excited about opportunities and what lies ahead, that just makes the job worthwhile in itself.
If people are watching this and they think, oh, that could be for me, I want to get in touch, how would they get in touch? Can they contact us direct?
If anybody is interested in finding out more about the Making Changes for Careers programme, they can either visit our website, which is www.mc4c.co.uk. They can simply pick up the phone and give us a call on 01482 616 218, or they can visit our social media pages. We can be found on both Facebook and Twitter at MC4C in Hull.